Today I interviewed Kevin Rappe about the Queensland Youth Parliament and look closer at the current Queensland election coming up between Anastasia Palaszczuk and Tim Nicholls and other fringe parties such as Pauline Hanson's One Nation. So first, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Kevin Rappe. I am a community member for Southern Downs, and I'm also in the committee for Transport and Road Safety.
All right, Kevin, so tell me, what is QYP, or Queensland Youth Parliament?
So QYP, or otherwise known by YMCA Queensland Youth Parliament, is created in 1996 as a non-partisan program that is designed to give young people the opportunity to learn through experience about the role and operations of the Queensland government. It empowers young people and gives them a chance to have a positive impact in their local community and upon state government policies and crises.
So as a young member of Parliament, there are a lot of big issues facing Queensland currently. What do you believe are the biggest issues that face our state?
I believe there are three issues so far that's affecting the youth in Queensland, such as youth homelessness, alcohol and substance abuse, and mental problems. So since I am in the TRS committee, the committee that I'm in is planning to write a bill on three things: the safety of people, safety on road, and safety off roads. On safety of the people, we are planning to write about a women-only carriage to protect women, or we also try and have more security guards in places such as bus stops and trains. On safety off-roads, we are planning to have a stricter licensing and a stricter registration, where we will plan to have a stricter licensing for the L and P platers and try to have a registration from New South Wales, where in Queensland now, you just pay for your registration and that's it. But in New South Wales, you have to have your car on a mandatory check every year to see whether the car is roadworthy. This is important, especially for someone that is young and just learned how to drive. And if their car is not roadworthy, then they're a danger, not to themselves, but to the entire people of Queensland. And lastly, the safety off-roads. Queensland Youth Parliament is not just for Brisbane, it's also Townsville, Toowoomba, and all the rest up north. I used to live in Townsville, and the roads there is either road or paving. And that's bad for the cars. If you keep swapping from bitumen roads to paving, your road tracks will go smaller and smaller each year. The bill that I'm planning to write is to have more paving roads, so it's fair not just for people in Brisbane, but also people up north such as Townsville and Cairns.
There have been a lot of issues lately in the Transport Ministry regarding the handling of TransLink and especially with the rail systems. So how do you think a good approach to that could be if you guys have discussed that in QYP at all?
Some of us has discussed maybe to use more public transport, especially if a lot of people use more cars, then you have a road about this wide and everyone's using cars, then it won't fit. But if people use things like trains or buses, it'll be slower, but then there won't be any congestion and then you'll still come to your school or uni in time. The thing is with Queensland, it's very, as I stated before, it's very varied when it comes to population. Like in Brisbane, maybe your idea of sharing funds equally to roads, to making such as like wider or public transport would be smarter. But then when people say Toowoomba or Cairns and stuff like that up north, it would be more on public transport, because it wouldn't be fair on everyone when you have a population of say 3,000 people in Cairns and people of size of like 500,000 in Brisbane. That would mean that you're just wasting money on like widening road when the population is so tiny compared to Brisbane and it's like everyone living there majority in Queensland.
So what do you believe would be the best form of transport? Do you think buses, trains, similar to a light rail system that's being developed now in Sydney, or any other type of system? What would you think would be the best?
Like I said before, it depends where you live in. Like if you're in Brisbane, maybe a light rail system, trains and buses would be the best. But if you live up north or like small districts of towns like Dalby or Toowoomba, then maybe buses would be the best way, because there's really no point of the giving funding to trains when you're like the size of population, as I said, of 1,000 compared to Brisbane 500,000. They tell us what to do in Parliament, what are some Parliament roles, such as being the whip or the minister of this or the shadow minister of this. And then they let us write a bill to say, if you're in transport, we're writing to make roads a better place and safety. Or if you're in the justice, to say euthanasia should be legal or something like that.
So, irrespective of who is our next Premier, if you were speaking to them right now, what would you tell them the biggest issues that they have to focus on?
I believe firstly is what I've stated before about mental health, youth homelessness, and substance abuse. But another thing is to let the youth have the experience. I only learned about this Queensland Youth Parliament last year, and many of my friends in my grade does not know about it. I believe everyone should have an equal chance to have an opportunity to whether join the Queensland Youth Parliament or trying to help out people in the communities using such as Rosies or community care in their school.
You know, if you're young and you're thinking about hopping into any sort of leadership position, having read all the details myself and looking in depth into it, I highly recommend it. Kevin,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you too, Lawrence.